everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. I hope you had a lovely May. I hope you managed to keep cool. If you're in the UK, I hope you managed to keep cool in the first wave of summer that we got. It's currently raining as I film this, so we're back out of summer again, but apparently it's back on its way. Who knows at this point, but I hope that you are doing well. Today I am going to be talking you through pretty much every single product that I tried out in May and what I think of them now that I've had a little bit more time to play. A few little housekeeping things. Yes, I dyed my hair. I really need to be doing this more often so that it doesn't look quite so bad. So the contrast between it needs to be done and it has just been done isn't quite so drastic, but finally I got around to doing it. It's Bleach London Curious Orange, for anybody wondering, and I also broke a nail. It was dramatic. I was trying to move a chair. We're not going to talk about it, so let's just get into it. This is probably going to be quite a long video. I've got a lot of products to talk about. I highly recommend you get yourself a drink. And let's just start. The first video that went up in May, I was trying out the new Beauty Bay lip tints. Now let me tell you, since then they have brought out a new shade. This whole look will be coming later on in the week. The newest shade that they have brought out for this lip tint. I love it. So up until this point I was wearing the lip liner in Chai and the lip tint in Love most often. These were like a regular rotation. Nude, sort of a glossy looking lip that also left a little bit of a tint and lasted really well throughout the day. However, a couple of days ago and today I started wearing Calypso, and let me tell you, I'm gonna do a whole video where I talk about like summer lipsticks, so subscribe if you want to see that, but that will be coming soon. This Calypso is going to be a firm favourite for me all year long. I love an orange, so this is top tier already. I can't even remember how much these were. Are these like £9? They're so beautiful, and just wait until you see this video. I've got a whole story about this lip tint. It's a whole story. So the next video that went up was I was testing out some new bits from MUA. I have worn this mascara for a full day at work and it does transfer a little, but also I do work in a hot kitchen, so like it's not one that I would choose for an everyday. If it's going to be a very hot day, a very humid day, a very sweaty day, it's not the most long-lasting mascara that I have ever tried. I've got one coming up that if you want long-lasting, there's one coming up that is like just will survive an apocalypse. This one doesn't last incredibly well. It's absolutely fine for like most people under regular conditions. Like I say, I work in a hot sweaty kitchen, so like if anything's gonna melt off my face, it's going to when I'm at work. So I really do put these products like through their paces. It did transfer a little bit, but most mascaras do. It's absolutely fine just for an everyday. I really like the colour of it. It's almost like a light enough brown that you can tell that it's brown. It's not like a brown black. It's a really beautiful colour. The eyeshadow palette that I tested in that video though, I really rate this very highly. So this is the Firestorm eyeshadow palette, and this bright shade down at the bottom I have just been packing like onto the inner sort of half of my lid, blending it out a little bit, doing a big black wing, of course, because it's me, and a nude lip. Like I let this shade really sing. Beautiful colour selection. I do wish that there were more brighter tones in it because I think that this one is beautiful, but overall a very wearable, warm toned palette. I don't feel like we've been seeing very many of those, and I love a warm toned eye look, so I really like that MUA have brought out a new one for us. The next video that went up, I'm just quickly going to mention it, the Colourpop mystery box thing. I put it somewhere safe. And that's that. I put it somewhere safe and I can't remember where I put it. So, I will be doing a full face of Colourpop at some point. Will it be this year? Who knows? It'll probably be the next time I tidy my room. And I find the box. And that's all I'm saying about that. I don't know where I've put it. So, the next video that went up was that collection video. And if you haven't seen it, I will leave it linked. I am not going to talk about any of those products again. I said my piece in that video. I got a reply after a while. I got a reply from Collection. So let me just get it up because I wasn't happy. So if you're not familiar with the question that I asked Collection, I wrote on a number of their posts, messaged them on Instagram a number of times, just saying I've tried out the Face Duo in the blush and bronze colourway and I'm wondering if there's a shade extension planned to include beauty lovers with deeper skin. I am a white, very pale woman and the bronzer absolutely works for my skin tone, but I'm disappointed that this seems to be the darkest shade. And it is the darkest shade. I look forward to hearing from you soon. A number of weeks later, I think it was like 3 weeks after my first communication with them, they said, they just messaged me sort of out of the blue. I hadn't messaged them that day. They just messaged me that day saying, hey, thanks for your comment on our posts with a love heart. There was no love there. There was no love there. We work to launch different shades across I can't use my words. We work to launch different shades across all of our different franchises and are constantly updating and adding new products. If there's anything you're looking for in particular, please let us know and we can help to direct you to the right place on our website. And I haven't replied because honestly, even reading that now, I feel mad. Because like they're posting a lot at the minute about the, you know, the Chanel dupe bronzer that comes in one shade that is made for me, and they're posting about this new range that it comes in one shade and it is made for me, and I'm like, at what stage do you say, I mean, I know they're not going to because they're a brand and of course they're not going to, but at what stage do you say, yeah, you know, we just haven't made anything for anybody with deeper skin. We've made products for white people. No, they've said that we launch things in different ranges for different skin tones. No, because I can buy every range that you launch. Every product that I've ever tried from Collection has come in a few small shade ranges and has worked for me. So I don't think I'm going to be using Collection anymore. I mean, I've got a lot of Collection. Unfortunately, I like a lot of Collection, but I don't think I'm going to be talking about them as much. I don't think I am going to be using them in my videos. I will just use other products because, yeah, I can use them. I can use a lot of products because I'm a white woman, but not everybody has that. Not everybody can just walk into Boots and pick literally any product off the shelf and it'll work for them. So that is where I stand on that one. I don't really know how to move forward from that. Like I say, I haven't even responded to them because I'm like, that is such a poor excuse because you don't launch things in different ranges for different skin tones and you can't point me in the direction of a product for a range of products for people with deeper skin. So that's where I stand on that one. Back onto lowering my blood pressure. So the next video that went up was the Odin's Eye Little Ghost palette. I haven't reached for this since I tested it. It's fine. I find that it's very dark. There's so few shades there that I could use for an everyday look that I think I would absolutely use this for more of a glam look. I would absolutely use this for more of a deep smoky look, and obviously that yellow is insane, but between this and the Hella, I have been reaching for the Hella so much more. This one, again, I think that this would be beautiful for people with deeper skin tones, but for me it just leans a little bit too dark, a little bit too sort of grungy looking for what I like to do an everyday, and I just can't get over that Boo shade not being anything at all. So haven't reached for this one, but still very, very glad that I got that mystery bundle so that I could try it. I think this would have been one that I would have bought myself if it was available, which it's not, so that's that. The next video that went up was the P. Louise bundle. So many of these products are staples. So many of them are incredible, and I've actually signed up for the like recurring thing so that I don't even have to think about going on and buying the budget box every month. I've got it to like recur every month. So I'm hoping if there's a rubbish one coming up I can cancel it, but I don't know. I will look into that a different time. So many of these products are what I use today for this look, which will be coming in a couple of days, I think. I don't know. So the P. Louise Get a Grip Grippy Primer. If you have dry skin like I do, this is a beautiful, very, very lightweight feeling, hydrating grippy primer. Fast become my favourite grippy primer. Also the setting spray, look how much of that I have used. Like, I have just been using this so much. It's the finest mist. I do find that I can't even spray it straight on. I have to like tilt my head back and sort of do it like that because it's such a fine mist. But again, I'm wearing this one today. Adds the juiciest, glowiest juice to your skin and locks everything in beautifully. Doesn't have a scent. Love it. The mascara, again, I'm wearing the mascara today. You'll see when you see this video why I've got all of these products on, but this mascara, truly, I don't use it. It's beautiful, but I don't use it every day because it is such a pain to get off. However, that means that this is the most long-lasting mascara that I have ever used in my life. Did I even say what it was? It's the Tear-Proof mascara, and this is just in the black shade. They have a deep brown and a light brown. I'm interested. I'm interested in them. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of this. The only time that I can see myself wearing this is if I'm spending a full day outside. If I'm running about all day long and I don't want to have to think about my makeup, I would absolutely wear this on my wedding. Side note, it's the most long-lasting mascara that I have ever used. It's incredible, but it does take a little bit of elbow grease to get it off at the end of the day. I said that I would update you on how I removed it. I used the e.l.f. Holy Hydration e.l.f. Off makeup remover. So this is a new one. It's like a dual phase. You shake it up, you put it onto a cotton pad, and I just give myself a minute. I soak 2 cotton pads and I press them onto my eyes and I just rub teeny tiny little rubs to get the liquid into the product to like break it up at the end of the day, and that does take it off, but it still takes time. Like, it takes time to like break it all down so that it comes off without losing eyelashes, because I'm not about that. I don't have the longest or the most voluminous amount of lashes, so I like to hold on to the ones that I've got, and it does take quite a bit of scrubbing and quite a bit of work to get it off. But like I say, if you need something that is incredibly long lasting and will, like my friend said, see you through an apocalypse, that is absolutely the one that I would go for. Like I say, I've got it on today. It's gonna be a whole half an hour of like scrubbing at my eyelashes gently gently to get this off at the end of the day, but I really like the way that it looks as well. Like, it's not just long lasting, it does actually look beautiful. So that's that. I also I can't stop using these lip conditioners. This is the lemon sherbet one. I also got the rhubarb and custard. That has already made its way onto my house keys. I am never without it. I reapply this constantly. I reapply this before bed. I reapply it throughout the day. Beautiful, beautiful lip conditioner. It feels like it's actually hydrating your lips. It's not just like an oil that's on, I mean, it's not an oil, it's a conditioner, but you know what I mean. It's beautiful. It's just the right consistency. Where the Balmy For You one, I feel like is too thick for the packaging. I like it, I like the consistency of it, but the packaging isn't right for the product, I don't feel. Nothing about this is wrong. I absolutely love it. And then lastly, I just wanted to mention the All Over the Place face palette. This is dusty because it's been on my shelf and my cat's been up there today. So that's what the colours look like. They've basically been living in the top row. I still haven't tried the creams. I will at some point, probably when I get that next budget box and I'm filming another P. Louise full face, but I really, really love this. And I've been using it a ton because it's got such a big mirror. I can like see my whole face and I can do my makeup just in this mirror. So yes, I probably wouldn't travel with it because it's huge, and I am only really using half of the products on my face. I use both of the highlights on my eyes, but I would use that blush. I would use that blush. The bronzer I wouldn't use. I would probably just end up using that through my eyes. So I'm using more than half. That's not that bad. But I probably wouldn't travel with it, just personally. Like, it is quite chunky, but for out on my table, just for an everyday, very quick, very easy powder, bronzer and blush application, I love. I do also just wish that that lightest highlight was just a tiny little bit lighter because it is too deep for my skin tone. But again, it's for somebody, it's just not for me. Next up, I was trying out some new bits from Wet n Wild, and I can safely say that this foundation has become a firm favourite. It's messy though. It is not my favourite packaging. Like, if I show you that close up, you can see it's already leaking a little. It's a lightweight feeling and lightweight looking. I would say it's a little bit more coverage than the Made by Mitchell one, probably a little bit less coverage than the Revolution Skin Silk. I do apologise, it's half term and the road outside is. I would say that it's quite similar to those products. If you've got those two, you probably don't need this one as well, but I really, really like it, and I like that I got a slightly deeper shade so that it'll actually match me if I spend any time outside, and also if I use the bronzing drops. And the other product that I wanted to mention was the liquid blush. This is Coral Dream. I don't think you need this. De-influencing, I don't think you need this. I feel like everybody has the Made by Mitchell ones or the e.l.f. ones. This is exceptionally similar to the e.l.f. liquid blushes. Ever so slightly glowy looking on the skin, but basically the same as the e.l.f. ones. So if you've got those, you probably don't need this one. If you don't have those, this is a nice alternative. It's probably a little bit cheaper and probably a slightly bigger bottle. Yes, I think it is. Yeah, so the e.l.f. one is only 4 millilitres, where the Wet n Wild is 6.5. So if you're deciding between both of these, honestly, they are pretty much exactly the same product, so just get whichever colour you like the look of. And the other products from that Wet n Wild video I haven't used again because they weren't good. The lip product, nobody in my comment section when I tested that lip product out, nobody could tell me how to use it. It's the strangest, most awful lip product I've ever used. Don't recommend. So next up was the Odin's Eye Sea Talk palette. I think out of the 3 palettes, I've definitely been using this one the most. I am going to film it because I know some of you asked. I'm going to film the look that I do where I do like a bright inner corner for like an everyday, and this like lime yellowy slightly shimmery eyeshadow has been what I've been using, and I also really like the mattes. The duochromes in this again are beautiful. They're not ones that I reach for every day. If you want everyday duochromes, I've got something coming up. But I think this is probably the one that I've been reaching for the most out of the 3 palettes that I got in that mystery bundle, because that yellow is just right here. Just very, very intense right there to add a little bit of colour, a little bit of summer, a little bit of interest to the eyes. And I love, and all of these are actually decent eyeshadows, where one of them in that previous Odin's Eye, these are all good. Then the next video that went up, I was testing a full face of new makeup, and there were a few products that I just wanted to highlight again in case you missed that video and you were just skipping over like the speed reviews here. These 2 mixed together, I was not expecting to work, but oh my goodness, do they work. The Revolution Bright Light Bronzing Drops and the Skin Silk Foundation, match made in heaven. Absolutely beautiful. Have been wearing this so much for a very lightweight, glowy, bronzy, sort of this sort of a look, really. It's not what I wore when I was filming this, but would be similar enough. I really like these mixed together. This by itself, beautiful. This by itself, like mixed in with your primer or whatever, beautiful. Together, for some reason I was expecting them to not work. Probably because the Skin Silk doesn't sit well with loads of different skincare that I've tried it with. But together, really beautiful. Love the look. Then I also tried out a new lip. Again, it's not what I'm wearing today. This is the Beauty Bay one, but this is the Catrice Seeking Flowers Hydrating Lip Stain, and this is in So Apricot. So that's what the colour looks like. It's more of a sheer, not sheer, but it's like medium amount of pigment, whereas I feel like the Elf, it's been a long day. It's been a real long week, honestly. The Beauty Bay one, the one that I'm wearing now, I feel like is more pigmented, so it's just whatever your preference is ultimately. I love this, really do love it, but if I want like a full colour, I'm going for the Beauty Bay one. This is beautiful for more of a muted orange, almost more like a tinted lip balm sort of a feeling, or tinted lip gloss, but a little bit more than that. Like, you can see the colour, and it does stay well, not as well as this one though. If you want long wearing, the Beauty Bay one. If you're happy to keep on reapplying to keep that colour, then the Catrice one is a great shout. The 17 blush and bronze drops, I'm going to pick up a different blush shade because some of them look absolutely beautiful, but I think I'm going to pick up a different shade in the bronze drops as well, because I got light, and I think for what I want to use it for, which is actually as a bronzer rather than something like the bronze drops, where I would wear it underneath my makeup, I want to use this over the top, so I think medium might be better for me. I'm absolutely going to use these up, but because it's only a tiny little bottle. So cute, very travel friendly, but I do think that I'm going to pick up a different shade. I just think it'll work better for me ultimately, but really love both of these, and I'm going to pick up more. I also put one in that giveaway that I ran last month, so if you entered that, if you won it, it has been announced now. Congratulations. At this stage I haven't announced it yet because the time cut off hasn't come yet, but congratulations either way. I also wanted to mention the Cosmic Brushes Frosting Highlighter Trio. This is still for sale. I checked. I love this. I have been wearing this so much. These are almost a little bit creamy feeling, like they feel a little bit spongy under my finger when I'm like applying them. Also very handy that I broke that nail that I used to apply my eyeshadow. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise, but love these. They're so bright and like reflective, and I mean they're highlighters, it's literally the point of them, but I absolutely love this. Can't get enough. Like the Cosmic Brushes formula is just fantastic. Can't get enough. Then the next video that went up was the Primark video. I haven't had time to try any of those products again yet because I literally only filmed that a couple of days ago. As I'm filming this, you saw it a couple of days ago, but I only filmed it a couple of days ago, so I haven't had a chance to try it again. I know I'm getting rid of that SPF, but I'm interested to try all of the other products without that SPF on underneath because I just feel like that ruined my whole day. And then I do just have a few other favourites that I wanted to mention, and I'll start with like the skincare bits. I can't stop using this for my body. So this is the Revolution Skin Ceramides Moisture Lotion. I don't know, like the packaging makes me think that it is meant for your body, but I have been using this on my face as well. It's all skin, isn't it? So I do use this on my face. I have really been enjoying using this on my body though. Obviously while it's been warm, I've had my legs out, I've had my arms out, I've had everything out because I hate the heat. So I've really been trying to remember to moisturize more, and I've just been lathering myself in this like before I go to bed and waking up with the most beautiful soft skin in the morning. Really like it, and it's a huge bottle as well, and I like that it's got the pump so that I can just do it and it's just mindless and it's easy. I also SPF. Wear your SPF. The Beauty Bay SPF 50 with the e.l.f. bronzing drops. These two, beautiful. It's again what I'm wearing today, so you're gonna hear the same spiel over and over here, but I apply 3-4 pumps of this all over and let it sink in, and then after about 5 minutes, once that has had time to sink in, I take 1 pump of this and a little bit of the bronzing drops to add a second layer. You don't want to just be mixing this in with your bronzing drops, or any SPF for that matter. You don't want to just be mixing that in with your bronzing drops and thinking that you're getting SPF 50 from that, because you're watering down your SPF 50 and you're probably not applying enough. So I like to do that first layer, give myself a minute, probably go and make myself a coffee because it's me, and then I come back and I do that little concoction. And like I say, it's what I'm wearing today. I've got 7 million other products on over the top, but that's what I've got on underneath everything today. I've got it right down my neck, right down my chest. I'm not showing you because I dyed my hair yesterday and I'm absolutely covered in hair dye, obviously. Then I don't know if I have ever had a Made by Mitchell blush lights that I have loved on my face as much as this one. It's the new one. It's such a snob. Something about this just blends into the skin, looks beautiful and reflective but not chunky in any way. I find some of them are better for the eyes basically, and they like blend out but they still look a little bit glittery. I don't get that with this one at all. I do actually want to do at some point like a side by side between this and the other one that's, what's it called? Fairy? I can't remember. My brain has switched off hours ago. But I do want to do a side by side between the two. But I've really been loving this one. And another Made by Mitchell. Because it's me. And like I say, I'm going to do a full like lipstick roundup for what I love for summer. But You're Fired different. I'm holding it up to this. Different, more red and also matte, but comfortable, real long lasting, but it does actually come off when you wipe it off, whereas this, you wipe it off and it's stained. This does actually wipe off and you can wear something different the next day. So swings and roundabouts, depends what you want. And then lastly, I have to mention, and again I'm going to do a full like palette tour, I suppose. These are all pastel roses. I am obsessed. I have more coming. I think they're coming tomorrow, so hopefully I can get that video filmed quite soon. Pastel roses duochrome eyeshadows. Enough said. I cannot stop using these. Again, just the tiniest little bit, like packed right onto the eye, like packed right across the lid, and then of course it's me, a big black wing. So many favourites in this. Like we've got Aurora Borealis, we've got, what's this one that's like yellowy? I can't remember any of their names. Fairy Floss. Let me put this down. Like, just look at that eyeshadow. Fairy Floss. It's absolutely insane. And we've got one that's like opal something. Opal Rainbow. Like Opal Rainbow, it certainly is. It's absolutely beautiful. I haven't even had a chance to try all of these yet, and I've already got another order coming. As I'm filming this, they have buy 4 get 5 free, which, let me tell you, that is a great deal. And I'm gonna do a full palette tour at some point because I've just got so many favourites, and I'm gonna put that safely over there. I definitely wouldn't travel with that though. Already, like, just very gently putting it on my table over there or putting it on my drawers. Some of them are like looking a little bit like they're wanting to break, so I wouldn't travel with them, but they are so beautiful. Like, they are an at-home eyeshadow, and that is all of my favourites that I wanted to mention. If you have any favourites that you would like to share with me, I would love to know. I love to know if any of my favourites are the same as yours. I find that really interesting. Like when I watch other people's favourites videos and they mention something that I also love, I'm like, oh my god, I love that too. And I always reply to them because I'm like, we're the same person. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, but until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.